I want to provide a short context before I dive into the subject of this video, where I break down the important aspects of software engineering that a lot of influencers seem to ignore or be unaware of. In this podcast, the popular creator or influencer Varun Maya was asked what sort of job would get disrupted first due to AI, to which he replied, every kind of software engineer. After which he proceeded to say, except maybe people working at a level where you just can't find that on the internet, or you need to have 10 years of experience. Well, if that's the case, wouldn't everything just be replaced by AI itself? Because anything that you can find on the internet is known by AI. So wouldn't that also make internet influencers redundant? Because these influencers also feed on and produce information that's already available on the internet. Well, although I most certainly enjoy Varun Maya's opinions on many topics since he's got depth in his knowledge and his videos are good, but unfortunately, I gotta disagree here. And that's not because I'm a software engineer, I don't care about that. It's because making such statements without explicitly mentioning a time reference doesn't make sense. By time reference, I mean the time it could supposedly take for such an event to occur. Because time decides the relevancy of the subject of matter. For example, I could just blatantly say that a few million years from now a meteor could strike Earth and wipe us all out. But if you notice, I specified a time reference, and if such an event is supposed to happen millions of years from now, does it really matter that much at the moment? Not so much, right? Similarly, if you look at AI, we know that someday AI might attain AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, giving it conscious ability. And when that happens, AI would not only have the capability to replace software engineers, but everything else. And by everything else, I also mean the human existence. But we don't know when AGI is gonna happen. And that's where specifying a time reference matters a lot instead of just saying AI will replace so and so without really diving deep into that profession. In fact, even with artificial general intelligence, AI still won't replace everything. AI at the end of the day is a tool to help enhance your level of productivity, to help you reach a level you could never comprehend, which would ultimately give you a greater ability than as of now. And when it comes to software engineering specifically, it's not a domain where you create a simple landing web page, as they seem to be portraying it in that podcast. Instead, it's way more than that. Software engineers are hired on the basis of their problem-solving skills, ability to comprehend design, implementation, testing, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity rather than just coding skills or building a landing page. And for AI to match all that efficiently isn't gonna happen soon. Writing code is easy compared to maintaining code, scaling it as per user demands, figuring out the right databases or tools based on requirements, and so much more. Basically, a good software engineer takes far more micro-complex decisions while having the ability to fact-check those decisions, allowing for less errors. Not to mention companies having legacy systems and configurations which are most certainly not replaceable by the click of a button. These things take genuine thought process at a level that AI can't correctly determine every single time. And the future will always be unpredictable, but even with a little predictability, it's evident why software engineering at its core essence will not be such an easy task to be replaced. By the way, weren't we supposed to have flying cars by now? Well, we don't. Even though it was told in the 90s that flying cars would replace gasoline cars by now, well, guess what? We don't even have electronic vehicles being mass-produced or used at the moment. So the time reference is always an important factor to be considered. But remember, this doesn't mean software engineering jobs won't be affected in some way. They could reduce drastically because AI could literally act as a junior or maybe a senior programmer at your fingertips, which could cut teams in half based on your level of expertise. So remember, at the moment, AI is just a tool to improve your productivity, and with AI getting better, there is no doubt new professions would also be added, because people could finally let go of the tasks that can be automated by AI and move on to a higher level where new opportunities are presented, something which wouldn't have been possible without AI. After all, every new innovation gives rise to a new set of opportunities. In the year 2010, nobody even heard of AI, and now it's created a lot more jobs and opportunities than anticipated. So fear not, be optimistic, and don't dive too much into the future without specifying a time frame, because well, it's the future and we don't really know much about it. If you found the video insightful, give it a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.